Hey, sorry to be sending this late, but here is the main idea. In fact, this is the floor. So one of you is gonna stay with a cell phone here, and while another one just drop one coffee filter down, right? And at the same time the coffee filter is falling, you have your motion sensor set with clamps, and probably you have to set them with a small tripod on top of a table. In fact, so if this is the floor, you have a table, put a small clamp here with a motion sensor right there, so that when you stand, here's you standing, you can hold the coffee filter right like this. Okay, and then so take just one coffee filter and let it fall, and then you're gonna get a graphic position versus time that is um, so if you take this initial position, um, in fact that's not it. So if you set your motion sensor in there and you drop the coffee filter, so you have some initial position here, right? Something like that. So eventually the coffee filter is going to fall, it's going to make a curve, and then it's going to reach terminal velocity. That's the idea. What happened when these people, they jump off airplanes with a parachute, and they fall initially when the velocity is small. When the velocity is small, as they fall, and if you do a free body diagram, you have gravity pulling down, right? And at the same time you have a drag force, which is caused by air resistance. So as as so the gravity, the weight doesn't change, but as they keep falling, their speed increases, and then what we note is as the speed is increase, the drag force also increase, and eventually this drag force will match the gravity, will be the same absolute value, meaning these two forces cancel out the air resistance and the weight, and the body falls with a constant velocity. This constant velocity is called terminal velocity, and that's what I'm showing here. So initially it goes with some acceleration, so you have some curve, the velocity keeps changing, right? The slope is your velocity and change, and you get to a point the velocity doesn't change anymore. That's the terminal one. So what you're gonna do, so you drop one coffee filter, and then you use your analysis in the bracket, and then you find your velocity for one coffee filter, right? V1 for one coffee filter, and then you add two others. So now we have three coffee filters, right? Three, and then you do the same thing, and then you do it 5, 7. Take 10 points. So so you're gonna have, let's say, 1, 3, 5, 9, 12, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 data points, and I'm making up these numbers. So each coffee filter has a mass, which means you are trying to prove how the weight is related to the terminal velocity of the coffee filter. What is the dependence? It's going to be proportional to the velocity, it's going to be proportional to square root of the velocity, or it's going to be proportional to the square of the velocity, or the cube. So that's basically your job. And just to confirm the value of velocities, you're going to use your camera, and you're going to shoot a video of these things falling, and do video analysis like we did for projectile motion in free fall, and then you don't need to go to the velocity versus time graphic. You just need to analyze your position versus time and find where the curve slopes. So as you increase the mass, the slope will increase, right? And then which means your terminal velocity will increase, and the last thing you're going to do is to plot a graphic of the dependence of mass of your filter, the mass, which is equivalent to the number of coffee filters, and your terminal velocity. So each one of these experiments will have a specific terminal velocity, right? And then you're going to have a curve. I don't know what's going to be the curve, but you have to tell me what is the best dependence you can get. So you're going to go to this feature in Logger Pro. Let me see if I have Logger Pro here. So once you have your graphic taken, you go to your U-shaped curve, and then you're going to try to fit one of these possible curves here. Okay, pretty much that's it. My phone number 925-984-0313. You can call me in the morning from 9:30 to 10:30. I might be in a video conference. You might not get me at this time, but you can try to call me anyways if you need anything or if something is not clear. All right? Okay, good enough.